Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube Mile Builders Thursday night general hangout. Thursday's hangouts are for the general discussion on mile railroading that we all can set a topic to discuss for the night. Thursday's hangouts are the proud sponsor of the Tuesday night presentations, the YouTube Mile Builders, eMag, and the YouTube Mile Builders live show. I want to say thanks for everybody joining in tonight's show. And here's your host for the night, Johnny Reb of Southeast Rails. Well, I hope that video was over with. Alright, now why am I still here? That's because I don't have the panel selected. It is selected. There it is. There we are. So how's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good, Johnny.
Oh, doing all good.
Doing good.
Yeah. Alright, Josh is here for sure.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, we were afraid of that.
We're making progress on the lab again.
Well, that's good.
Eyeball.
Well, let's see. We got Steve over. He got up a little early this morning. He's in England. We got Jerry, John, Dave's Hobbies. How you doing? Railroad Video. And we got Mr. Dwight and Andrew down there in Australia. And we also got Lloyd. Alright, let me know if it's still breaking up, Lloyd. I don't know what I can do, but look pretty strong over here on this side.
Yeah, I'm hearing you fine and everything.
Well, let me get over here and check. What I see, everything looks good. YouTube's showing a good stream, so. Huh. Alright, hopefully it'll clear up. I don't know of anything else I could do. Yeah, Jerry said everybody's breaking up. Huh.
Yeah, it's freaking out. I just went over there.
Alright, well, I'll do something I don't like doing during the show, but let me do a refresh real quick, see what happens. Alright, stand by. It's going to go black for a few seconds. Well, maybe not. Oh, I just refreshed the live stream. Alright, I got everything refreshed. YouTube and the up here, so. Alright, y'all let me know if the sound got any better, hopefully. So what kind of progress you making there, Ari?
Oh, doing pretty good. How about yourself, Johnny?
Oh, doing alright here.
Been, doing some corking in my Port Huron yard. It's coming along.
Yeah, you're working on the other side the other night, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So this right here, this is where my paper mill is and my power plant. So there's my paper mill. I think it's got 3 tracks going into it. So this is a little 3% grade here. Got that all scoped and molded in, and I got my ramp in and drying. It's still in the process of drying.
Yeah.
Kind of a heavy application I put down yesterday. But it's moving along slowly but surely.
Well, guys, I don't know what to do about the audio because I've refreshed YouTube. I refreshed the panel here, so, and everything shows good, both at YouTube and on my streaming software.
Our internet's being hacked again by the Russians.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're happy. Everybody putting up some train videos.
Yeah, they're going to get a lot out of that. I guess railroad videos simulating what the sound sounds like, because I barely can read what he wrote there. So I guess they barely can hear us or understand what we're saying anyway. Oh well.
You could restart the whole live show.
I did.
Even the streaming link. Like, get rid of the whole streaming. Come back to the new show.
No, I screws up to record and everything. Everything I've got here, all the outputs and everything is showing good. No, this chat's been recorded for several years.
So is that coming through the text messages that the audio's been?
Yeah, I'm getting all kinds of ideas here. Somebody said, Jerry said YouTube's a better idea. The white's going sunspots. But like I said, I've gone through all my controls and I can't see anything going bad here. Maybe Andy will come up with an idea. He's out there in the chat tonight. He's out of town. Kevin's saying we get louder on the so let's see what we got here on the sound settings. I don't want to blow people out, but
You can always turn it down.
alright, somebody say something over there so I can get a sound check on.
I'm driving this.
Except for Josh. Josh, you're way too loud. You're blowing my meter out. Somebody else say something.
I'm working on the railroad.
Okay, that's enough. I got it.
I want to live all day.
Yeah, Sparky, they said they were putting the chat in the recording, but that was 2 weeks ago, and I haven't seen it in the recordings yet. And James Nielsen's asking what's up beside the screwed up audio. Well, looks like Tim is still working on his decoder. You ever get those wires run down to the pickups?
No, I'm gonna try to put a couple screws in the chassis and then solder to them.
Oh, okay.
Then you give me a little cap handle that's
Andy, OBS is running like normal. It's less than 5% on CPU usage. I boosted up the volume a little bit. Let me see. Well, of course, when I did that, it disappeared. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Jim over here is going. He's having pickup problems. He did some work on the loco. And what he's going to do now is put a screw on the frame itself and solder the pickup wires to it. Get power to the motor.
Couldn't get started to hold to this frame last night.
Let's see, Railroad Video, what's going on at Contestant 4's workbench? You're going to have to give me a name, because I couldn't tell you which one's going to be Contestant 4. Everybody's monitor is going to be different.
Well, they should all have whatever you're seeing, Johnny, on their screen.
Yeah, that's right. So, I guess Contestant 4 would be you, Tim. You're working on your locomotive. Ari's laying cork in a yard. Robert's got an engine running around. And Jim up there is building a DPM kit. Just started out.
Sorry, Johnny.
Finally started the kit that I got for Christmas.
And I'm working on tortoises. Was.
Okay.
Well, that's a never-ending project, it feels like.
Those are some of my favorite little buildings.
Yeah, DPM's got some good looking stuff.
I wish they would come up with more. I don't know what else they could do, but it's been the same old for a long time. I wish they come out with some new products.
Yeah, Andy, I'm green on everything. Yeah, it's that Connor building in the Merchants Row series, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the same thing that Jim's building, I believe. That's was it? I believe it's the same as Jim's building.
Is that the same building, Jim, you're building?
I don't think so.
No.
I got the, what is it, the corner, the drugstore.
Oh, the drugstore. It's a little, yeah, that's right. It's a little bit different. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't built that one yet.
You're N scale, right, Ari?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, Don's asking where can you get scheduled. Don, go to youtubemallbuilders.com. We got the schedule there. You can click on the shows and it gives you the schedule, dates and times.
We even do
All you gotta do, Sparky, is just go to youtubemallbuilders.com, and up at the top, everything's listed. You just click on it till you find what you want. Yeah, Josh has got it out there right now. You can YouTube Mall Builders, that's a Saturday show. We're not doing that anymore, but The other shows you can click on, you'll get the schedules for them. And you got a place there, you click on that for the e-mag and sign up for it done. You'll get an email notification when it comes out.
Are we even doing the e-mag anymore?
Yeah, I guess.
We haven't had e-mag since last year, sometime November 2017.
Yeah, I know.
It was only every 3 months, wasn't it?
Huh?
It was every 3 months, wasn't it?
No, it's every other month.
Every other month.
Yeah.
Only thing I can tell you is, email JD and ask him. You got the e-mag right there, just click on it, send him an email.
Yep.
Yeah, there. Jim, if you can, go ahead and mute your mic because they're saying the sanding's coming out pretty loud.
The one thing.
What's that, Tim?
I said the one thing that comes out loud.
Well, that's because microphones pick up high frequencies a lot better than they pick up low frequencies. Hey, Josh, throw the website back up. Thank you. Now, go click on the YouTube Mall Builders, I think it is, so they can see the show schedule.
John, I'm gonna throw it up in a second. Let me do one thing. I'm gonna change up so I'm not on there all the whole time. Let me change something up and then I'll be right back. Okay, application. There.
Alright, pull up the schedule, show schedule.
Okay, show schedule.
Up at the top. No. Event schedule. Alright, Don, hopefully you were watching, you saw that. There's the schedule. Scroll up to the top, Josh, where it says YouTube Mall Builders in green. You click on that and then click on event schedule, and that brings up the calendar for all the shows. That's what you see here is the list of all the shows. Yeah, Troy, if you got suggestions, we'd be glad to have them. Yeah, Jerry, I can't explain it. I've checked everything. Everything's going good. All right, Josh, that's good. Thank you. Yeah, Jerry, I can't. Joshua.
What?
That's good. You can kill the screen share.
Okay. So if you need it again, I got it right up here so I can just pull it up.
Alright, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good job, Josh.
Why don't you go back to fishing, Robert?
Alright, to let you guys know about the slow mode in the chat, yes, I did change the setting. Because you guys will get chatting sometimes, that thing rolls so fast, there's no way of keeping up. So I reset it to where all comments come in 5 seconds slow. I get a 5-second interval in between comments.
Johnny, I'm thinking you just have to learn how to read faster.
Yeah, I dropped out of the Evelyn Wood speed reading class.
Oh, well, that explains a lot.
Yeah. So, how's that running over for you, Robert?
Oh, it's running better than it was when we were hanging out on a separate channel yesterday.
Alright.
I actually had my 602 running about 45 minutes last night, just running loops.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Josh. I'm waiting to pop in. Oh my God, you're a looper!
Hey, you gotta start somewhere.
Yes, Josh, right now I am.
You gotta start somewhere.
Sure.
Loop layouts.
Is that looper or loopy?
What's the difference?
One has to do with your mental state.
Pretty sure they're the same, Tim. Pretty sure they're the same.
No, a looper goes around and 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 around.
So does being loopy, Josh.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh, you know what happens when you say it too many times? You get dizzy and fall down.
Don't fall down, Josh. Don't fall down.
Next thing we know, that bridge is going to be going down that floor, and Robert's going to be falling down on that bridge. You might have to go retire and go fishing.
I sell fish, Josh. I don't fish.
I know. That's why.
There are people out there to do that for me.
Hey,
Why
Josh.
don't you go? Why
Josh.
don't you go fish?
Josh.
Yeah, Robert. Yeah, Johnny.
Wow.
I've got a question for you.
I don't know if
Yeah.
that was a compliment or an insult.
Yeah, really. Railroad Video wants to know, is anything new happening on your layout?
Yes. I'm pretty. Actually, this week. What did I do? I'm gonna take down the monitor. Other than my photography, that doesn't include the layout. Pretty much I moved this switch is a Lionel it's a Lionel power switch. It's kind of like what's that track brand in the N scale? Everybody likes that with the row bed on it.
Bass Pro?
Grotto.
Proto?
Yeah, you know how they have the motor in their switch? That's pretty much the same way here, and because there's a 2x4 in here, I can't install a tortoise motor right in that location. So that's what I did with that. And I put a the switch that used to be back went there, back in the back there, and I just drilled a hole for tortoises. And I think the latest thing before that was just redoing some way bills, and it's installing tortoises. I got about five or 10 more I have a couple more tortoises I'm working on. And then I think this was done after before or after the last slideshow I was on. I built that ramp right there, just doing something one night. So really, I've been so busy lately that there hasn't been much projects. You can see I ripped out the mountain to get to that turnout. Though hopefully it'll pick up the next 2 weeks and different stuff. I got a bunch of tortoises out there, and that's pretty much it. It's just a tortoise. It's going as slow as a tortoise to work.
Did you guys see that Joe, the Conrail Joe, is getting ready to have I think it's his first op session this weekend.
Oh, he's actually having a group operating session.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He did video, I think yesterday or today, of all the things he got to prep for it. And it was a good video, like things you don't think about when you're having a bunch of people over to operate for the first time.
Yeah, is Bill one of the guys over?
I'm not sure the group of guys that are going over. I'm sure he'll post a video afterwards, so I'll look forward to seeing that on Sunday or Monday.
Yeah, Bill's gonna be there.
Yeah, I thought so.
Well, Bill won't be there till Saturday night.
Hey, just don't cause a big wreck.
Rule number 1 when doing an op session: copious amounts of ice cold tasty beverages.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Just all depends, and I would definitely do snacks and different stuff if you're not going to do what we do here, because I have a small group. I do like a lunch with everybody. People that come over, and pretty much have job cards. I would recommend maps of the railroad, what everything is, everything labeled, directions, everything, town maps, and you're pretty much going to have fine. Make it easy. Don't put too much rules on everybody, and just test it. There's always improvements you're going to make.
I've been trying to get one of my railroad buddies over here just so we can start running trains and figure out how we're going to run this thing. I'll come down at night and run a couple trains here and there and figure out, like, I need more cabooses in Port Huron versus how many cabooses I need in Flint, or, I need certain cars here and there, and just shuttling things around just to run a couple trains what I can do in, an hour or two, let alone what, some of these op sessions that are 8 hours long with 9 guys. I can just imagine the setup work for that.
Hey, how far do you live on a Wolverine station? Do you live close to any stops on the Amtrak Wolverine?
No, I'm on the Blue Water route.
Yeah. Just wondering.
In fact, it's very close to me, yes.
Okay.
Within
I'm going to be
4 miles.
going to Chicago this year.
And I answered Dwight's question real quick. All those bridges, I think, on Robert's layout are lift outs. course, Robert will let me know right quick.
No. These two are lift outs.
Okay.
So the double track and the through, those are. This one's a duck under, the one up on top.
Yeah.
I've actually got 3 bridges sitting there.
Okay. Yeah, Dwight was asking. Yeah, for those that are getting choppy audio, only thing I know to do is do a control F5 to refresh. See if that helps you guys out.
For those of you that don't speak Johnny, that's Shift F5.
Is it shift? I've been used to control.
No, it's Shift F5. Shift F5 will dump everything.
Okay.
Yeah, control just refresh and shift actually clears it. Clears your cache or your cache.
Well, that clears the cache and everything. If you just hit F5, it just does a refresh.
But I think that all depends on the browser too.
Yeah. I saw one of the newer guys post over in YouTube named Kevin. He got himself a nice surprise. I guess this week he was out. I don't know if he's exactly rail fanning it or not, but had a train come by and they stopped and he saw the brakeman get out, then the engineer got out, and I guess they talked a few minutes, but they let him get up on the steps so that he could get a few pictures. Kind of made his night or afternoon go look like it was pretty stormy wherever he's at.
Hey, just don't mention on railroads. Those guys usually get fired putting on railroad.
So the day that I got to operate the switcher engine was their last day, and that's what they said to me. What are they going to do, fire me? They said, get on up and we took her for a spin. It was probably one of the second greatest things that ever happened in my life was being able to operate like that. It was super cool.
I have to. I've got to operate I've been to the same thing.
That was the exact same thing that hooked me into this hobby and the love of railroads altogether.
Alright, Ari, you're up. Got some up here that where did it go?
Sure.
I just want to know what you're doing.
Oh, yeah, just...
what your project is right there.
So I'm putting down sheet cork for my rail yard. This is my terminus yard. Couple yard jobs out of it, couple locals out of it, and a transfer run out of it. So I got this sheet cork, and this isn't from Midwest. This is an industrial byproduct, and it's the exact same thickness as the Midwest cork. And one of the local model railroading clubs shares a facility. They put that inside the Humvee doors. So it's an anti-vibration noise. noise canceller, and the scrap is exactly the same size as Midwest Cork. So they sell it, you know, $1 for 10 sheets. I buy it every year and stock up to do my yards.
Yeah.
Did that change lately? Has that always been there?
What, the shard?
Yeah.
Well, my yard's always been here. Just it's never. I've spent a lot of time the past 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, really focusing on this side of my layout.
Okay, I've never seen that
Dan helped me a few weeks ago with getting my track plan for my plant for my paper mill and for my power plant. I've been moving along. I got all my sculpture mold in, kind of washed out, but you can see that there's a 1/2 inch of elevation change here from here to the main line, and then it creeps up that ramp there and gets onto the industrial spur.
Well, an in scale 1/2 inch is probably pretty close to a 1/2 mile anyway.
Yeah.
No, not to start anything, not to start anything, but yeah.
No. And that was my philosophy. Separation through elevation. You know, you're in the same spot, but you're in a whole different town, you know, or a whole different location just by lifting it up, just enough.
Yeah, I'm putting kind of a high fascia around John's just to make sure he doesn't have any of those sudden elevation drops.
I mean the ones with the big stop at the end?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a few tracks that run a little bit close to the edge there. So I'm just putting the fascia up just high enough, but something happened to roll over, it'll stop it right there.
I think that's generally a good rule of thumb. You have that little 1/4 inch or whatever it is. You can scenic up to it and build a little lip on it.
Yeah. Now, when you flip that over, you going to use a roller to roll it down flat, or?
Yeah, I got one of these wallpaper rollers here.
Yeah.
That'll run over it and smooth it out, and then I'll pin it. I'm running out of push pins, so I'll have to use my
Soup cans. Yeah, you're breaking up, so I couldn't understand what you were saying.
I don't know if he heard you, Johnny.
Yeah, just use whatever you can, you know, textbooks, canned food.
Yeah.
Nazi.
So that brings up a good question, Danny. At what point, like, I don't have fascia yet. I think I'm getting close to the point where it's about time. I hear a lot of people say sooner rather than later for fascia.
I guess it really just depends on what you want to do with it. I mean, I make sure I had everything done that's going to be pretty close to it, except for the scenery, because you'll have to scenic right up to it.
And my thought was, I'm getting to the point where it's about time to finalize and lock the track down. Right now it's just floating. But once I start installing switches, I'm going to use those Tam Valley push switches. So I'm thinking, you know, it's about time to start getting that ready. So when those switches come in, I can just cut it out and plug it right in.
Yeah. You ever thought about the reed switches?
No, I don't know much about them. I'll have to look into that. I know Andy swears by them.
Well, Troy, yeah, he comes in every now and then. He's building that narrow gauge, and he's using the reed switches on his. He puts them right there by the turnout, covers it up kind of with a bush or something, and then he just waves the magnet over it to throw the turnout.
I like that concept for sure.
Don't think they're all that expensive either, so.
No, I think they're like a couple of cents a piece.
Alright guys, I got something to ask.
Alright, go ahead.
Alright, the other day, Tom's Trains and Things posted a model railroading on a budget, and he said to repurpose things. So what kind of crazy ideas do we have out there?
Had to ask that,
Well,
didn't you?
I repurposed my old tabletop of my old layout for the one I'm working on now.
Well, I think he's talking more of like on the lines of like sewing thread bobbins. Yeah,
Yeah, toilet paper rolls.
wire reels, paper towel rolls.
Well, repurpose. You can repurpose an old layout. That's what I did on John's. We tore his old table down, and I was able to use it to go 3/4 of the way around the new layout with it.
That's what I did on mine.
The only thing I had to build was one end in the peninsula. All that's new, but the rest of it's his old layout that we cut up and mounted all around the walls. So, but yeah, I mean,
Here's my oddball. These are my wife's fake eyelashes from our wedding. I'm going to paint them up, but they're going to be cattails.
Oh, I bet she loves that. And I'm betting she called you a weirdo too, didn't she?
I was cleaning the bathroom and I said, "Can I have these?" And she goes, "Yeah, why?" And I said, "They look like perfect cattails." I mean, it's scaled out. I mean, it's not far off.
yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Terrible.
Well, even if you don't even have to actually repurpose something old that you used. I mean, repurpose something that wasn't intended for model railroading and use it for your model railroad.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily railroading on a budget.
No.
Yes, it is. You're putting stuff together, like my foil steel loads. They're the roll for the Scotch tape and like straw. We use the straw for doing the row gauge. It's perfect size for a water pipe for steam locomotives. We're putting a load together with pipes, straw. There's a bunch of different ways you can use different stuff. Just what you gotta think about. And there's actually a Facebook group for this.
Yeah, you don't have to stay inside the box. I mean, a lot of what we do is thinking outside the box.
In my opinion, I think that's the fun part about the hobby is that you look at things completely different. You know, you go to the Dollar Tree and you end up walking through there and it's like, oh, well, that'll work for that.
Well, I mean, that's basically how the whole hobby started back in the day. Was people were taking old stuff and making their trains out of it. You know, it's just recently that you can buy pre-made stuff.
Yeah.
You get a joint trip to Joann's, or do your hobby shop with your wife. I run in. The first thing I do is I go check out paints. I'm like, oh, I can use this, I can use that. Paintbrushes. It's so much cheaper going to Joann's rather than a hobby shop or whatnot. But you can find so much crossover between crafting outside of model railroading and then bringing it into the hobby. And I find all kinds of cool tools. Obviously, this is one of this is like a roll you use for wallpaper. One of my gluing stencils is a stylus for beading, and it works awesome.
These flush cuts that I got are jewelry flush cuts.
Okay.
They're out of the jewelry section at Walmart. I bought a whole kit for like $14. Had those 45-degree pliers, set of needle nose pliers, round jaw pliers.
Yeah. Yeah, the people that are into jewelry making, they got all kinds of very precision small tools that are great for the hobby, and they're cheap. It's like $4 or $5,
Yeah.
Something you're not only at the hobby shop, you can get it. This is my stylus that I use for gluing. I'll put a bunch of glue on the tip and then just run it down. It's really seams.
I cut rail with these. $14.
And what was the original purpose for those?
Jewelry,
Jewelry, okay. Yeah.
jewelry wire, flush cuts.
I can't remember, somebody was talking about, it might have been on YouTube or whatever. I'm fortunate I have a machine shop at my job. And I was digging through some buckets the other day and I found, I call it Black Beauty. That's an industrial name. It's black. Media for sandblasting. And it looks just like Ensteel coal. And I got a bunch of bags of it that I scooped up today from the waste pile, and I'll sift it out and bring it home and start building my coal mount for my power plant. It's all around you. Things you can grab or things you can use for your railroad. Piles of Cat 5 cable. I got Cat 5 cable that when my internet was installed, it's 10 feet too long that I've been snipping and using for decoder jumpers.
I got a question here that's asked a little bit ago from Buddy Long. I'll read it off and then I'll call out the name you can answer. Any chance the guys on the screen could tell us what their layout size is, what gauge they model, and how long they have been working on the layout? So, Ari, you want to take it first?
Sure. So mine's an N-scale model. It's a prototype for Flint to Port Huron, based in Michigan. So it's a Midwest Railroad, 12 by 12. And this, I started this at Christmas last year, so we're about 13, 14 months into it.
What about you, Tim?
I'm HO scale. My layout's probably about 10 foot by 16 foot right now, which is going to expand when I get the time and the extra money to build more bench work. I'm kind of proto freelance. I'm modeling a specific road name, but I'm not modeling any specific area. I've been working on it probably about a total of 3 months now. Actually on the layout. And I'm switching over to DCC++ from straight DC. That's why I'm wiring in decoders.
You there, Robert?
Yes, sir.
Did you hear the question?
So, I did. So, my layout is in a 10 by 12 foot bedroom. It wraps around all four walls. I've got it set at about 16 inches from the wall, give or take. Double deck, incline for switching between top and bottoms. I'm modeling HO scale. Like Tim, I'm modeling a specific road name, but no region or branch line specifics.
What about you, Jim? I know you ain't got one yet, but you plan on having it.
No, I have one.
What you got?
It's about 9 foot by 2 foot in an L shape, N scale. And what was all the questions?
That was 5 minutes ago. You expect me to remember how big?
Well, I had to run into the other room to, with the tape measure to see how long it was.
How long you been working on it? What scale?
N scale, and about 3 years now.
Yeah. How about you, Josh?
Okay,
Make it quick.
I'm pretty much, it's pretty much operational layouts. Pretty much I have a 12 by 15 room, owning a prototype freelance based off the Youngstown and Southern, I call it Coal and Steel Railroad, and the Pennsylvania Railroad Central Region Lake Division. Take 3 to 4 operators at the most to operate the railroad with way bills and sequence list and with some train orders. And yep, that's pretty much it. Got that?
Yep.
The one thing I didn't mention, Johnny, was that I've really only been working on this particular layout for about 6 months.
Yeah. Come a long way, too.
Come a long way in 6 months, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't have a layout, but I do help a special needs fella. He's building a layout at his house. He's got a 26 foot by 10 foot long. It's HO. And it's totally freelance because he buys what he likes, you know, as far as rolling stock and engines go and all. So, but we do have 1 or 2 that got some 3-railed in planning stage right now. That's what Josh is doing, is 3-rail here.
Yeah, 3-rail and HO.
Yeah. Well, right
And
now,
there will be
right now, Josh, you're 3-rail because your HO's not running.
and there'll be a section of 0 and 32. And I'll have 3 gauges down here, and I also have a G gauge outdoors.
I think I figured out part of the problem. Everybody's talking about everything being lagging and behind, and I'm having to do like everybody else and click on the live button on the viewer to keep it up to real time. So I would say the problems tonight are all on YouTube. It's not me. So we'll have to blame this one on YouTube. They must have been doing some updates and broke something again.
Those dang IT guys, man, they gotta keep themselves at a job.
They hate the trouble just as much as anyone else.
Yeah.
They're the ones that get called when they do something.
Yeah.
Their consequences are quick.
Yeah, but yeah, we really can't complain too much because it's not too often we really have problems. It's just every once in a while we get the hiccups. So most of the time it runs good. So like they say, you got to take a little bad with the good.
So I seen Ron's been posting his down and dirty contest. There's been a lot of good videos coming out. I've been watching a few of them.
Yeah, that's good.
So get some new content out there.
Yeah, Ron's trains and things. He's on a school bus full of kids right now. He said they're fixing to go into a dead zone, so he's got to hang up. Yeah. But, yeah, hopefully we're going to have a train running on John's here fairly soon. I'm working on, he's got 2 lift outs that are driving me nuts, and well, it's supposed to be in 3, but I'm turning one into a lift up where he walks into the layout. It's a continuous run. I'm going to make that a lift up instead of a lift out. Guys just asking for trouble. But I've got a lift out at the window. His dad said we had to put that there in case he had to work on the window. So we got a big long bridge across that. And when we built the bench work, I should have gave that a little bit more thought than what I did, but at least the way we built it, because we had the lift out a little too far down, a little too low. So this week when I was over there, we raised it up about 3 inches. Made life easier on scenic, doing the scenery and all around it. So otherwise,
So when you're
huh?
sorry, go ahead, Johnny.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask, so something I haven't done much of yet, but would like to know more about, and I've watched some YouTube videos. When you're building these bridges, and like you have a viaduct that goes over like a town, what's the sequencing to building that? Because do you build the plywood across and then build the bridge underneath, or do you like cut all the piers first? Like, I would think it would be a nightmare to set those individually and try to build it across.
Me personally, I haven't built one, so I couldn't really tell you. Well, I know Lloyd's built a trestle bridge with bends. Yeah, I know a lot of the guys have been passing around the information where they've been going out getting actual blueprints off of bridges and looking at those, getting specs and all.
There was somebody that built the trestle bridge with the bamboo skewers in place. Like he would push the skewer down into the foam and clip it, and then just keep driving them, and then built the bridge right on top of it. And it turned out really well.
Yeah.
I think it depends on your preference on how you want to go about it. I mean, you can either build the bridge, put it in place, and then build your fence or your abutments, you know,
The sides.
to the bridge and place them where you want them. Or you can, you know, start off with those and put your bridge over top of it. And the fact that a lot of bridges are straight, you know, once you get your track plan down, you know, you're going to be able to go either way. It just depends on, you know, if you're going to pre-build a bridge, you got to make sure your gap is wide enough for the pre-built bridge. Like me and Robert both have the Central Valley bridges. They're a set length. You know, so you got to make sure you've got your gap wide enough, and you got to have enough room for your abutments and the lead into it, and all that good happy jazz.
There was I always, you know, there's like certain rules you make for yourself when you're building your model railroad. And one of mine is always have at least a 3-inch straight piece on any side of the turnout, and just to help with derailments or following the point or whatever. But sometimes when I watch, you know, videos online of prototype railroads, like Boston and Maine's a good example. They have a gauntlet bridge with a junction right at the end of it, and I think it's in St. Albans. And I think I'm saying that right. And it's so crazy that the turnout points are at the bridge, and you have right up to the basically to the re-railers is where the points are, and then it comes off and turns the other way. It looks like a nightmare derailment waiting to happen. So even in the prototype, they have some of these crazy configurations.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, YouTube's giving us such fits on this. I think we'll just kind of cut this one a little short tonight. I'm sitting here having to keep clicking on the live button on the viewer just to keep it up, so I'm not lagging behind. See who the mystery guest is here coming in. But anyway, does happen. Y'all see who that guest is? Or you just see a spinning circle?
That's spinning right
Still
now.
spinning. That's for me.
Yeah, it's probably Tim trying to get back in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's that better?
yeah.
Yeah, see, I never lost you. Same thing always happens. But I think that worked out pretty well.
Was it running?
That's of course.
Yeah, it's wiring up the LEDs and getting the DCC side of things working again when I get the stuff to fix or replace the Arduino. But I know you said you were going to cut it short tonight, Johnny, so I'm going to go ahead and bail too because I got to go make some tea for the family.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys later in the regular chat.
You ready? Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and just wind this one down since we're all having problems here. Oh yeah, sound and all it's not that good, so let's just switch it on over here. And now that we got new splash screen, hope everybody likes that new one. Oh, new deal. Once they go to YouTubeMobileBuilders.com, and there you can check the schedules for the shows. The Tuesday, Wednesday shows are at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. The Thursday shows are at 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. And also be sure to click on the eMag, so when it comes out, you'll get a notification and download it. So we got an announcement to make. There was a post made today on a special show we're having Saturday night. It's a DCC++ build. That's going to be with Robert and Chris. They're going to build a DCC++ from start to finish. It's going to be 2 shows. The first one's going to be March the 10th, and that'll be this Saturday. And then the second half and the finish will be the following Saturday on March the 17th at the same time, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. So you want to tune in for that. That's going to be interesting. It's inexpensive bill, so be interesting to do. If you're not quite sure if you want to get DCC or not, you don't have to spend a few $100s to find out that you don't like the system. You can build this one for a lot less. Get your feet wet. Alright, next show coming up after that's going to be the Fine Scale show on March the 13th. That's a Tuesday show, so it's 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. So, hope everybody has a good evening, and we shall see you Saturday night for the DCC++ build. Y'all have a good one.